welcome back to another Pokemon Masters video. So, today we're gonna go over tomorrow's banner, which should come out at reset time. I don't even know, unless they like change the dates, comes like one day early or whatever. But Elesa is, or should be coming to the game soon. And she has her own featured banners, should be the same as the others, 2% for her, and then, you know, the rest are unfeatured, obviously. So, yeah, let's go for this banner for a sec. So basically she's the only featured unit. There is no one else has boosted rate, so we're not going to talk about anyone else but Elesa herself, and is she worth pulling or not? So anyways, let's go ahead and check out her sync pair Pokemon, which would be Zebstrika. You don't have to, you know, evolve it or whatever. It comes out straight as Zebstrika, so I'm saving some evolution materials there, which is nice. Anyways, so it's a striker. It's a physical striker for the most part, as my dog tries to steal the show. And it's electric type, obviously, which is weak against ground, which is fine. There really isn't too many ground content at the moment, so it's good. So, anyways, going over its stats, 700 HP. That's, you know, the 4th most HP in the game, which is pretty astonishing, considering she's a striker, right? Attacks number 14, which is okay, 270. It's a respectable amount, I guess. The defenses suck, but then again, she's not really here to take any hits. There's another reason for this high HP. It's not for taking hits, it's for something else. Special attack, it's irrelevant. Speed, 289. That's actually decently fast, which is nice. People make parallels to Zebstrika and Emboar. And then the one, I guess, big distincting factor, distincting, is that a word? Distinctive factor between these two are, Zebstrika is just much faster. Emboar could take more hits, could potentially deal out more damage, but Zebstrika is just so much more faster. it's not even close. So, and bulk, you know, again, not too relevant. 29 out of 89. You want this to be as low as possible. You don't want this thing to have too much bulk. That's not really great for it. In terms of aggro and single player stuff, which we are potentially getting some single player content, more single player content in the future soon, so that should be fun. Anyways, let's go over its moves. So first of all, it got Spark, is just, you know, regular physical attack, moderate chance of leaving the target paralyzed. 2 cost, 100% accuracy. It is what it is. It's, you know, it's 100% accuracy move. If you really need that paralysis, I mean, there's just much better paralysis Pokemon out there, so it's not really, you're not really going to use Zebstrika for paralyzing anyone, honestly. It's obviously a striker, right? So you don't really need that part of its kit. And then moving on, you got X attack, which sharply raises user attack, which is nice. It's more or less self-sufficient in this part, right? And then you also have Wall Charge. Wall Charge is your main damage dealing move, right? So it's a 3 cost, 125 damage. The user also takes 20% of the damage it dealt to the target. Recoils back, and that's why it has so much HP, right? And doesn't have too much defense. Defenses doesn't matter with the recoil. Recoil is just basically, you know, it eats into your HP. So it's great that it has a lot of HP, and it can eat the recoil moderately well. I mean, it's still 20%, which is a lot, right? I think it does slightly lower than Hilda and Tepig. I think Tepig is what, 25%, right? If I remember that correctly. 25%. Oh, yeah. So it doesn't deal nearly as much damage or percentage-wise to itself than Tepig, but still 20% is it's something, right? And then, you know, slightly higher base damage than Tepig, right? Also has Electrifying. Restores a bit of the user's HP, ensures the next attack will be a critical hit. I mean, it's an okay-ish move. It's a one-time heal, remember, right? And then as for the crit thing, that's nice, but usually, like, if you want to go for like crit build, you probably don't want to rely on this move because, you know, obviously you only have 2 chances to go for a guaranteed crit, and like all your other moves will be on base crit. So you probably would want to have like a crit support buffer anyways. someone with like Dire Hit X or whatever, right? Instead, if you want to go for a crit build, right? So this move is iffy. I mean, it just depends on how much a bit means in their language, right? I mean, if it's like something like 25%, that's not terrible, you know. And again, Zebstrika has decent base HP, so that's not terrible. If it's like 25% or something, 30%, that would be on the higher side, but I don't know what a bit means. But if it's like 10%, 15%, not really that worth using. But then again, if you don't have a crit buffer on your team anyways, it's still great for getting crits, right? So there's that, and you know, it's nice, especially I guess in co-op when people don't really use supports in co-op. It's just 3 strikers, and then you know you could get yourself some crits over there, right? So that's nice. Anyways, sync move. It's just a lot of damage, no additional effects. Physical and electric, obviously. 250 power, no additional effects. Alright, as for the passives, we got 2. Hit and Run 2, which occasionally raises the Pokemon speed after you use a new move. And then whatever this is, I can't pronounce that. Prevents the Pokemon from getting paralyzed. That's nice. I mean, you know, you don't want to get paralyzed. And an electric Pokemon getting paralyzed is kind of awkward. So, nice to have. Hit and Run 2, this is pretty interesting. I don't know what the percentages on occasionally is. I hate when they do this, like, they give you, like, very vague wording and they just don't give you, like, concrete percentages of which they do that instead. But oh well. Depending on how much this is, I mean, if it's like 20%, 30%, after, like, a move, and, like, does it have to be, like, in a striking move, or does it, or, like, one of these other status moves would do as well? If it, you know, if it's all moves, and then, you know, great. If it's not, it's still not bad. And again, Zebstrika doesn't have any speed buffs herself, but also do note she has pretty good base speed anyways. So even if you get unlucky and you don't get all those speed boosts, it's not the biggest deal in the world if you miss those. So anyways, Zebstrika, overall, would you pull for her? I'm personally gonna pull for her just because, you know, she's my favorite black and white character, so I'm gonna go pull for her myself. But if you're free to play, I would lean on the no side more than the yes side. Here are like the only reasons you would want to pull for her, honestly, is one, if you want to beat the EX price thing. Even although like price, you could probably just beat it with Lycanroc anyways, even if you don't have Zebstrika, unless like you really don't have anything, or if you're completely new to the game, you got nothing. Sure, you go for it. But like, she really isn't that useful for any events. Like, there aren't too many co-op events that really need electric types. And again, if you already have either Brendan or Olivia, or even How, like, you could just obliterate all the non-co-op events in the game anyways. So, yeah. I wouldn't say she's really useful at the moment. In a vacuum, I mean, she's not terrible, but again, she has some major drawbacks as well. First of all, the crit thing kind of sucks. I mean, it's, you know, she has 2 sure crits, but then after that, you don't have much going for it. Recoil on Wall Charge, the way recoil works in this game, it's just bad. I really can't say much about it. The Spark, I mean, every Pokemon has like a kind of useless move. I wouldn't say every Pokemon, but you know, most of them have like a decently useless move. And then the passive, again, we don't know about the percentages on that, so who knows. But in a vacuum, I would say she's like around Hilda's level, Chris's level, I guess. I wouldn't put her like as great as a striker. She is definitely not on Brendan or Olivia's level as strikers, right? In terms of co-ops, she's probably better than, or you know, better usage than say Blue or Karen, right? Pidgeot, Mega Houndoom, just because of the Mega thing. Megas are just terribly I wouldn't say useless, just hard to use in co-ops. So I guess she would be better than those two in co-ops, but then again, for how co-ops are structured at the moment, you need really specific Pokemon to beat certain co-op stages, which they're, you know, from their letter last time, it seems like they're trying to move away from that to make it more open to different strategies, creativity, and all that, which is nice. but at the moment, no really relevant events. So again, the only reason why you'd probably want to pull for her is like if you really just got nothing going for you. I mean, again, she's not terrible, and or if, you know, if it's like a waifu thing. Like if Elesa is your girl, then go for it. I would encourage everyone to pull for their waifus. Like, you know, that it's what this game is for, right? Okay, not really, but you know, you get the point. But I would have to say, for those who are attempting to pull for her, Brendan and Trico's banner is coming up next. And Brendan and Trico is much better than Elesa or Hilda. Trico is just out, it's just an absolute monster. Trico is so good. So next week, we should be getting Brendan and Trico's banner, so save for Brendan / Trico. If not, if you already have Brendan and Trico, you know, save for the better stuff in the future, honestly. So, I mean, just in general, I'd just say, I'd say Elesa, unless, again, you know, you really need something, or she's like your favorite character or whatever, then she's a skip. Like, there would be much better banners coming in the future. Don't spend all your free-to-play gems on this one. And again, or I guess the last scenario that I totally forgot to talk about is if you're just like a whale, you just want to pull on every banner, you got money to spend, then go for it. I'm not stopping any of you guys, okay? So anyways, that's me for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. When the banner drops tomorrow, remember to check out the channel. I will be posting a summon video as soon as I can. You know, as soon as it drops, I'll start recording, and then I'll upload it, and then hope I get Elesa, man. Like, I didn't get Hilda, which is kind of sad. Again, not the biggest deal for me since I'm not a huge Hilda fan, but I am a huge Elesa fan. So I really want to get Elesa. I got an okay-ish amount of gems saved up. So damn, I want to get this one. Like, y'all shafted me so hard on the Hilda banner. Like, you guys got to give me something on the Elesa banner, right? So anyways, stay tuned for that. Subscribe to get that, and let me know in the comments down below if you guys are planning to pull for Zebstrika and Elesa or not. Again, I'm 100% going for it. Video will be uploaded usually within an hour of the banner dropping. I put my work in for you. I take YouTube very seriously. Okay, jokes aside, hope you guys enjoyed it. Like if you did. Again, let me know if you guys are pulling. Comments down below. Subscribe to the channel for the more Pokemon Masters content, and I'll see you guys in the next one.